Right, I'm here with Declan Cox, and we're going to be talking through his proposed idea for his negotiated project, which hits the producer module, or producer unit, should I say. So, hello, Dec.
Hey, John.
Right, let's just go through the core things then about your idea. So, first off, what is your idea? What is your creative idea you've come up with?
As my brother suffered from disability,
Yeah.
I was going to explain to people via a documentary
Okay.
what his life has been like and my family's life.
Okay, so it's looking at the effect of. So it's partly about living with disability from your brother's perspective,
From his perspective,
and then from the family's perspective as well.
Other people's who are close to him.
That's good. I like that. What kind of? Obviously, there's different ways you could do a documentary, as you know from your documentary project. Yeah. Is it more observing him, or is it more of a poetic documentary? How do you see it happening? Is it intercut with interviews?
There's quite a lot of interviews, quite factual, but mainly from the interviews are mainly from my mum and dad's side.
Yeah.
But then obviously the cutaways and stuff are about him.
Okay.
What he's doing now, what happened to him.
Yeah.
It's all about him, but obviously it's more from my mum and dad how they seen it from there.
So it's more of a balanced view, isn't it?
Not just him, solely him.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't just him who was affected.
Yeah.
By the disability.
And that has a wider theme of when people always, with someone with a disability, people are usually, human instinct is just to think about the person with the disability. They don't think about the effect it has on, positive or negative, on the family, isn't it? Because it can bring a family a lot closer together, can't it?
Yeah.
And,
and more aware.
Yeah. Good. So it's a documentary.
Yeah.
It's going to have a mixture of like observational interviews. And the kind of more poetic stuff in there, I suppose.
Yeah,
intercut as well.
There will be obviously
like poetic sections within it.
And different shots of cutaways and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, in terms, obviously, it's your family. So, in terms of clearance, the logistics of getting clearance from your family, it's easy enough. Yeah,
easy enough.
And your brother's obviously comfortable with the concept and the idea.
It's fine with that,
and I suppose in terms of logistics, in terms of locations, you've said it's at home. Yeah, and it's.
Yeah, I did feel like. To do that though, not to rather have it in the studio.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's quite from the inside.
It's an intimate study.
Like
yeah.
It needed to be done in the studio.
No, and if you bring it into the studio, it kind of makes it a bit. People react differently.
Yeah.
If they're not comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think you've done the right idea. Is see someone in their environment rather than take them out of it. Yeah, good. What I would say is for your evidence of your logistics. I know it's your home and I know it's your family, but still approach it the same way as you would if it was not. Yeah. So make sure you've got permission from your mum and dad to film them. So get a release form for them to say yes, I'm prepared to be in this documentary, and from your brother. Also get a location release form from your mum and dad, because if they own the house.
Yeah.
So get them just to officially give you permission to just come up with a standard form. So just remember those two things and post them on your blog.
Okay.
Yeah, separate posts. And I know it seems a bit weird as well because you know it backwards, but do a location report for your house. And it's weighing up how much power have I got in what rooms I'm going to film in. Are there lighting issues in each room? So you might not have looked at them in that way before, but is there a big conservatory where I've got to think about the lighting to get around that, which feeds into your SSI, doesn't it? Or SSI feeds into your neck. Yeah. Okay. So logistics in terms of, obviously you don't need actors because it's a documentary, unless it was a drama documentary, but you've got permission from your mum and dad, you just need to get that officially on your blog. You've got permission from your brother, you've got permission for the location, you just need to get all that evidenced. Budget-wise then, is there much of a need for a budget, to be honest, or have you got access to most of what you need?
Yeah, I've got access.
Yeah, because you've got no actors budget, have you? You've got no props, costume or anything like that. So,
no.
Kit?
Well, I did get a lens, especially for this.
Oh, right, okay.
And I got a less expensive tripod just for the static.
Yeah.
Just to put something on there.
Yeah. Is it just like a lightweight tripod so you can move it around a bit quicker?
It's just it does.
Yeah. Well, if you shoot, what are you shooting it on? You're shooting on a
600.
600D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're light anyway, aren't
Yeah,
they? So
yeah.
you don't need a big heavy duty tries. And when you're shooting a documentary, sometimes it's a pain in the backside to keep just lifting this thing and hooking it around. Okay, so you've paid out for the tripod then.
Yeah, and the lens.
And you paid out for the lens. Why did you think you needed to get a new lens? Is it a wider one? Is it a macro? Is it?
I only had the standard 18-65.
Yeah.
With the thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, when I shot my
documentary.
Boxing,
yeah.
It wasn't very good.
No.
And the one I've got now actually goes down to 1.4.
Oh, great.
So
that's going to make a massive difference.
Yeah. Because the other one was like
2.8. Oh, is it 3.5? Is it 3.5 though?
2.8. Especially if I had it at 50 mil.
Yeah.
Which I wanted.
You lose another 2 stops, don't you?
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah.
So I felt like I needed to.
Oh, that's good. So you've paid out for equipment specifically to give you more light.
Yeah.
So is it a fixed prime lens? Is it like a fixed 50? So is it that Canon 50?
No, it's I got the M4 converter thing.
Oh right, okay. Yeah.
It's just old like Zeiss one.
All right, so you've got a Zeiss one off eBay.
Off eBay, yeah. Well, actually, no. This was my granddad's, but originally I got one.
Yeah.
That broke.
Right.
And then he gave me the money back because the aperture was just fixed wide open.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't.
Oh right.
But then, luckily, we were throwing stuff out, and my granddad's like old camera was there, exactly the same lens, and it was like perfect working condition. So.
Right. Cool. Right. So you've bought the lens, and that's a nice Zeiss lens as well. So you've got a nice piece of glass.
It's alright, yeah.
Obviously, the beauty of Zeiss is obviously, like as you know, it's not just your aperture down to 1.4, as you've rightly said. It's going to give you so much flexibility in an indoor location. Also, they have a nice coating on them for any sunlight that comes through, and they give you that lovely warm tone. But they've got like a kind of photo reactive coating on the lens, on the glass, which kind of filters out some of that daylight. So it's a good choice, that is. So how much was that? Have you got a rough budget in your head then of what you spent and?
Yeah, it was only about £50.
Well, that's not bad for a Zeiss, is it?
But no, that was only about 35.
Really? Yeah, so it's 50 in total for.
As in, yeah, I got the tripod included.
So you've managed it to 50, and you can see no other expenditure. Do you think there's no other money going out?
No, not really. No.
What about your petrol and stuff back and forth? Well, you were at home, weren't you? So
yeah, I'm at home, but obviously I've got permission as well already, and I've done a few cutaways. Like I got permission for my old school.
Have you been there as well?
Yeah, I've already got just only the outside. Just
a
few.
Well, again.
Yeah, I've got
get the logistics of that. Make sure it's in your blog. Yeah. Great. So you got all the correspondence and that. And
but yeah, it's nothing major. It's only like a few.
All right. So you've already got a lot of logistics in place, haven't you? You got permission for your main location. You've gone to the school and got permission from them. Good. In terms of filming the school, did they say just not to get any?
No, I said to them. Obviously, I realised. I said in the email that I need to come at like about 4:30 when obviously everyone's gone.
Yeah.
And I said it will only be a few shots about the outside. I won't.
Great.
Really need to
so why did you think go after everyone's gone? What was the?
Obviously the children.
Yeah, you didn't want to get. Yeah, you didn't.
And I have to get permission, obviously, off their.
Yeah. So you're thinking the right way. There's around the you're thinking about child protection laws. You're thinking about release forms and all those things. So the fact that you waited, that's a good way of doing it, because the school was more important than the kids, wasn't it?
It wasn't about that.
Yeah.
And obviously, I didn't realise how much the school had changed.
Yeah.
So going inside would have been a bit pointless, I feel, anyway, because it's absolutely
just
completely like what it was.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Right. So your logistics, your locations are sorted. Permissions to shoot are sorted. You just need to obviously make some of those official.
Yeah. That's right.
Any copyrighted music that you think you're going to use? I know it's early days yet, but
I have asked someone who used to be in a band
to
do my music for me. So
okay.
hopefully,
so that'll get around the copyright issue as long as you get permission off them. Yeah. So you've already organised that as well. So again, if you haven't already, make sure you've got correspondence of that, some form on there, even if it's screen grabs of a text off your iPhone, something. Yeah. Okay. Budgets we talked about, kit you've got or you've invested in for the right reasons, for technical reasons, which is good. I'm just trying to think of anything else. Schedule wise, then, when you've talked about on your WordPress, you've talked about when you're aiming to get it done. And obviously, this is working along, as we negotiated, this is working alongside your SSI. So your SSI is more focused on lighting for documentary, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's then you see that as being to help you do you've been doing all that. So you're looking to wrap up the documentary side of things, May time, yeah?
Hopefully.
That's what you're aiming for.
Hopefully by the end of this weekend, the whole interviews will be done.
Right.
I have got cutaways, but I don't know if I might need more.
Well, at least you're giving yourself time to edit it, and if you need extra cutaways, and that's the beauty of having a good, you're giving yourself time in terms of your schedule. Target audience, then, I suppose. Lastly, where do you see this being shown, seen, entered? Have you had any ideas in that respect?
Well, we did look at the film festival.
Yeah, Sheffield Doc Fest, wasn't it?
That was the human rights section.
Oh, and there was human rights at Bang as well, yeah.
Yeah, we looked at that. And then we spoke about maybe showing charities which my mum might still be in contact with because of Pat.
All right, so see if charities would be interested in
using their website or I don't know, anything like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No, that is, because, it's almost got a corporate element to the documentary, hasn't it, where you could help, charities could use it to help families that maybe have just struggling or have just had, the disabilities just hit their family and, they don't see the end product. The end of the
short time,
Yeah. All right, so it's good. So you've got the idea of charities, you've got the idea of festivals. You talk about Bang, human rights section, and also Sheffield Doc Fest because it's been a documentary. And also lobbying groups for that are lobbying maybe government for more palliative care for certain disabilities and things like that. So you could lobby, and use charities are often looking for films to lobby government to get more funding.
Okay.
So good. So it's got lots of different possible scenarios there, hasn't it? Great. Well, it seems like everything's in place. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers for that.